I just finished up this weekend with Granblue Fantasy Versus, and I must say this is a solid fighting game.
You're listening to Personality, your gateway to the latest in gaming news.
Now, betas are something that I've really and truly now grown to appreciate as industry standard when it comes to fighting games. There were some issues that Granblue's first closed beta had that I've seen have been ironed out. I don't think they really had an issue with the netcode. I never really had a problem with the netcode, especially in the first beta, but it's definitely even smoother. I don't know how they managed to do it. Sometimes I see rollback of 3 and I'm like, I don't feel any discrepancies. I don't feel like this did not connect or that didn't work or something like that. I think it's a very smooth, available game right now. I love Granblue's Legends. When we talk about casual content, it varies. Some people want customization, some people want world tour, some people just want to kick a beach ball. But Granblue came with Granblue's Legends, and I think it is very not just casual, it's fun. It's legit something that maybe you're not feeling to lab today, or maybe you're not really into getting into the training mode today, and you just want to be on Granblue because you love these characters, you just like your cute little avatar that you customize, and you want to get on and you want to jump onto Granblue's Legends. That is something that I consider peak casual content, or not just peak casual, just peak content on a whole. This is really good. I think it's a solid addition to a fighting game. I think most fighting games are making solid enough additions. There are some that are way better than most, but Granblue Versus has done great, and I think when December 14th rolls along, the fact that it still is going to have a free edition is going to help this game. But I want to see this game succeed, especially when I look at how many changes they've made. I've recently had the privilege of getting to play Granblue Versus, the original one, and I see the graphical quality. It's really and truly night and day. When you look at particle effects, when you look at character models, they put a lot of time into this game, especially the lobbies. I love the lobbies, just navigating around, just attacking people randomly. Sitting and setting up matches are extremely efficient, really quick. I think overall Granblue Versus is a solid fighting game. I want to see this game grow. I want to see its community develop. I want to see this expansion because I think more than ever they've put a lot of work into this game, and it has really solid connection. In fact, you see, this is the importance of betas because we get that feedback. A lot of people were complaining last time that these simple controls should not just be allowed without incentives, and the team listened and they delivered that change. And I think that is important because some people are even saying that, I am someone who uses technical inputs, but sometimes in a combo, I'm not that really efficient with pressing this in time. I am very thankful for the simple input being there, and I think it's a good transitioning tool for someone who's new to the genre, new to Granblue even, in terms of putting that there, that level of accessibility, but still telling them, hey, this is here, but consider learning technical inputs. That will benefit you in the long run. And even if you know technical inputs, don't be that kind of person who strays away from it, because you too can engage with it to put it in your flowcharts or your combos or such. So Granblue, solid game. I definitely would put this up there for, maybe like top 5 modern games out right now, maybe top 3, I don't know. I think it's solid enough to deserve that spot, connection wise, character selection wise. I mean, you got a base roster of 25 coming at you with eventual DLC and support coming along the way. I do feel Granblue is very solid. It's not for me. I really wanted this beta to be like, get me obsessed with Granblue and really shoved me into it, but it didn't do that. The beta that did that was Tekken, and for those of you who have been following the channel, we got some updates coming on that soon enough. Tekken 8 was also a game through its beta that has been improved quite a bit. So most people were complaining that the heat system just felt like it turned Tekken into a masher game and kind of did not incentivize players who were playing the game for a longer time. So those original Tekken players, they would focus on defense. I mean, at the end of the day, defense is a big part of fighting games. It felt like in the original beta, the closed network test, Like, you just go into the Heat system to do whatever you've got to do, and boom, in and out, next match. But that was kind of removed in the sense that Heat got a rework. You no longer were losing Heat when you were defending. It feels more incentivized to not only approach the system not carefully, so you don't just get into a match, press Heat, and brrr, like it's a case where you still got to think. And Tekken is a game that I think is very technical and methodical in terms of your approach. So it gives you that feeling of you want to be careful when you're playing this game, and I appreciate that so much that I think that I'm gonna heavily invest my time in Tekken above all other fighting games that I've played. It definitely did do that. The beta convinced me to do that, and that's a lot more to come. But that's why betas are so important. I think we could look at Mortal Kombat 1 right now. It's experiencing some very pesky, annoying issues that if there was enough testing done, if there was enough people on this beta who, well, had access in the first place, because one, it was a pre-order only beta. If there was more open access to this beta, I think we could have seen a much more solid product in MK1. Despite all of that, the game has went on to sold 3 million units already, which I think is record-breaking for a fighting game that isn't Smash. And on top of that, there was a controversial nomination and award, the Golden Stick Awards, given to Mortal Kombat 1 for being the best multiplayer. New multiplayer, and Street Fighter 6 is right there. So it's definitely had some people talking on Twitter, but that wasn't too much of a serious thing. Maybe the Street Fighter 6 fans did not come out to vote because that's what it was at the end of the day, but the MK1 fans were out full and ready to represent that they love this brand. So guys, if you love Street Fighter 6, you gotta do a bit better if you want your game to be winning awards, don't you think? That's definitely a requirement in order for these games to get those type of accolades. But nevertheless, I do think MK1 can improve, and hopefully Ed Boon and the guys at NRS listen to the right people, because now they're making a switch to First to 2. Most people in the community were kind of against it because there's this talk about adaptation, about wanting to get to know what their opponent does before they just, do something cheap and fly away with their points. Once again, ranked is serious, but it's not that serious they have to make it that much of a big deal, But it is a quality of life that people have appreciated. I myself like the First to 3 system. I'm not against it. But I wonder if they're more listening to a casual audience that wants a First to 2, or an audience who just can't take on the tension of being online for that long, because they would literally just fade away out of existence. But guys, that's all I want to talk to you about today. I do truly believe that these betas are the standards. These are the things that we need to see. They've got to test. They've got to test. They've got to test before they deliver this product to us. But I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay gaming.